Hi, I'm Shani and this is my first video. Today I'm going to create a clay insect that will be made into a mold. My vision is to make like 4 or 5 insects glued together to a frame. I have to admit that the polymer clay block sat in my studio for like 3 weeks until I gathered the courage to do something with it. I had some fear of going back to sculpting after so many years. Also, my experience with polymer clay isn't really sculpting because the miniatures I made are nothing like sculpting a figure, for example, although I did make some animal sculptures here and there. This week, when my 5-year-old daughter came to the studio and wanted to play with the polymer clay, I decided it was the right time to open the bag and finally do something with it. We started playing and creating nonsense from the same ball over and over again. I really enjoyed it, and so did she. This is the beetle she made. It's so cute, right? To me, it's kind of funny that I make insects because I don't have any particular affection to them, to say the least. I'm even a bit repulsed by them, but these ones are exceptional. I remember the first time I saw these insects at the Nature Museum. When I entered the insects area, my breath was taken away by their beauty. I love metallic, holographic and interesting textures, and that's what makes these insects look so fake. As soon as I had some time to sit down and sculpture this insect, I got right to work. When I was almost done with the insect, I noticed the shape is kind of wrong and not exactly what I wanted. It should have a kind of armor that goes down to its head. Fun fact, in 2012 I opened my first Etsy shop of polymer clay miniatures. I made miniatures of ice cream, cupcakes, cornflakes as a jewelry. It went pretty well. When I opened the store, I was a sophomore in college and it actually paid my entire degree and more. After a few years, I opened a stationery brand with my sister. As the business grew, I had less and less time for my first miniature shop, and slowly the store faded away until I decided to close it. Recently, I opened my third shop with my husband called Renaissance. This shop is about handmade home decor, items made of resin, eco resin, and decorated candles. While I like geometric shapes and colors and the fine effect it gives, I would love to also have my own costume molds, and that's what I'm doing right now. I now need to choose like 3 or 4 more insects to sculpt. I am debating whether they should all be the same size or different sizes. I'm leaning toward the same size. What do you think? Also, if you have any ideas or specific insects you would like to see, let me know below. It may not look complicated, but I think it turned out pretty good for the start. I'm gonna document here the whole process, so let me know if you'd like to see making the next insects. Thanks for staying so far. If you're interested in seeing more, subscribe to my channel and I'll see you in a bit.